Good morning. Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Made it through the week. I hope you've had a good week. Real briefly, I'd like to talk a little bit more about authenticity. The postcard from Spirit yesterday talked about being your authentic self. And this has been something that's just been rolling over in my head since yesterday. And I talked to a couple of other people about this topic after the session yesterday. And kind of interesting thing happened. I went to an event, an office event yesterday. And when I was driving home, I started thinking about my own authenticity. And I discovered, I don't know that I've really noticed it before, but I discovered how when I'm with certain people, how I'm different, how I act different. It's almost like being an actress or stepping into a role, being somebody else. And I don't know that that's really a bad thing. I mean, I think we all kind of do it. From time to time, there are situations and places and different groups of people that we act different. Our personality shows up differently. And it was just kind of an interesting musing after our discussion yesterday. So if anybody has any feedback on that, anything that you've noticed that you do like that, or ways that you kind of move into your own authenticity and being your authentic self all the time. All the time. Because at least for me, and perhaps it's true for you, who I am on the outside is different than who I am on the inside. And so I guess what I'm just pondering right now is, how do I be that inside person on the outside all the time, or most of the time at least? I think I'm moving more towards that with what I'm doing in my work now. But just something that's kind of interesting. So I was pondering this morning about, I'm using ponder a lot, aren't I? Okay, good morning. But when I was thinking about this morning, about what to talk about today, I've got a lot of different ideas for different subjects, and we'll get more into them next week. I want to talk a little bit about friendship. I want to talk about intentions and manifesting. And I think what I'd like to do on Sunday morning is to do the live a little bit later, like maybe around 9 o'clock, and do a guided imagery exercise. So I'd love to hear ideas for topics if you'd like to join in on that, or what you'd like to have a guided imagery session about. Guided imagery is just really another word for hypnosis or hypnotherapy. But I would pick something that we could do as a group. So it's not going to be like your personal issues, like it would be your own private session, but something that all of us can benefit from, just going on a little trip in the mind and working on something that might be something of interest to several people. So please email me or text me or private message me if you have any ideas, any issues that you're going through right now that you could use some help on. My cell phone number is 480-205-9410. You can call me or text me anytime. And you can private message me as well on here, or just make a comment in the feed. So that's fine as well. This morning, as I started to say, as I was pondering what to talk about today, as I sat down here, I decided to pull a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms card deck that I was talking about yesterday from Colette Baron Reed. I said her name right. I pulled the Diamond Dreamer, and this card actually came up in the reverse position for me. And I'm just going to read this because it's kind of interesting, and this is like one of the things that I was thinking about for a subject as far as, on wealth. What is wealth to you? What is prosperity to you? And sometimes that means material things, and sometimes that means spiritual or family or mental or emotional states. I just went through a huge cleansing, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, with making some changes in my job and going through that whole process emotionally, letting go of the last 20 years of my life to some extent. And I found myself not just doing it physically, as far as in my body, because I got sick again. I've been sick twice in the last 2.5, 3 months, and I hadn't been sick in 4 or 5 years probably. So, physically it was affecting me as well, and I know it was all related to the transformation that I'm experiencing personally. Another physical way that I cleansed was clearing stuff out of my house. I thought I was going to be moving, and so I very diligently went through every closet, every nook, every cranny of this house and got rid of stuff. I had a huge garage sale last weekend. It's amazing to me the crap I've accumulated again. I mean, I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff when I moved back here from Idaho less than 3 years ago. 2 years ago, actually. It's just amazing to me. I had boxes that I had moved from Idaho that had been up on the top shelf in my closet that I had never even opened. I had no idea what was in them. And so anyway, I had a big garage sale. I got rid of all the stuff. I sold some furniture, cleared space in my home. And I have a bunch of stuff out in my garage that the House of Refuge is coming to pick up tomorrow morning. Some furniture and just clothes and shoes and belts. I haven't worn a belt in years, but I had like 30 of them. So anyway, I got all my purses down to one little box, which those of you who know me know that that's amazing in itself. So I have physically been cleansing in my body, in my home, in my environment, in my thinking. And it's just, it feels so good. My space feels so good to me right now. It feels so good to me. And I'm just, a couple little things I need to get to finish off my space here. And I love doing that. I love doing that. So if you feel too chaotic, if you're ready to make a transformation, I highly suggest doing it in your environment as well as in your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit. It just makes a huge difference. But anyway, this card I pulled today it came up in the Challenger position. The Diamond Dreamer challenges you to address your perception of the power of materialism. Do you focus on the material world above all else? Have you become hypnotized by the notion that it's the only reality? Have you grown too attached to stuff? Have you come to consider wealth only to be the accumulation of worldly goods? There's some stuff in between, but the final message of it is be compassionate with yourself and others at this time. Let the Diamond Dreamer lead you to the highest dreams for your perfect purpose and your true prosperity. One other thing I mentioned in there that I skipped over is that it, kind of lost my train of thought there, sorry. I'm old, it happens. Oh, sometimes, when we spend our time and our money and our energy manifesting stuff, once we have it, we have to take care of it. And that takes some of the joy out of life. So I think it's important to be able to have that space around you and to be able to just enjoy your life and not spend all your time accumulating stuff, buying stuff, paying a lot of money for stuff. So that's my message of the day. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. Hope everybody's had a good week. And please, please, please send me any topics that you would like to see for a guided imagery. And you don't have to watch live. Of course, you can always watch afterwards. It will be on my Facebook page. And I share it on my personal page as well. So I love to hear your feedback. And as I said, you're always free to text me or call me or private message me. Okay, today's card. Dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of Spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. Interact with it and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were the truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much. Rainbows explode into ethers. What a beautiful message. Interesting because I just started to listen to self-hypnosis recording this morning on luck, being lucky. And then I realized it was a sleep programming one. And I'd probably better wait and listen to it tonight when I go to bed so I didn't go back to sleep this morning. So anyway, have a wonderful Friday and a good weekend. I will see you tomorrow morning at 7:30. And on Sunday, let's plan about 9 o'clock for a guided imagery. Send me your thoughts, your what you would like to see. And I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Bye.